I'm upset more at myself for letting myself get so angry or get so upset that I'm having outbursts like that in public in a foreign country.
So let me get this straight. You're upset with your behavior because it happened in a foreign country. Right. So if you was in America, you probably would have turned up a whole lot more. Okay, Riley, whatever you say, bud.
I regret that, but I don't regret telling her pretty much I'm not putting up with the nonsense anymore. So I blocked her. I really have nothing to say to her.
All right, listen, first and foremost, did you really block her though? You can't tell me you traveled all the way from the States to Vietnam to try and question a woman, which you have, well, that's a lie, to interrogate a woman, and then all of a sudden you're going to block her whilst you're there. Don't lie to us. We all know you didn't block her. We all know it turned out a different way.
Mày tổn thương vô cùng luôn. Mày nhắn cho bác một đoạn văn rồi mày lóc bác.
Isn't it interesting how Violet says that she blocked him? She sent him a long message and then blocked him. To be honest with you, I would definitely believe that she blocked him rather than he blocked her. Because at the end of the day, no one travels to block someone. But if somebody travels to you and they get on your nerves, why wouldn't you block them? And to be fair, the way he treated her, the disrespect, the aggression, and also the ambush, of course she was in a position to block him after sending him a long message. Him blocking her for the sake of it just doesn't make any sense.
She sent me a message last night, and then I blocked her. I didn't even read it, the message.
Come on, let's be real. Let's be freaking real. Come on now. There's no way you're telling me that he didn't read the message. Do you know what's so funny? Do you know what's so funny? She sent me a long message last night and then I blocked her. Who would... How does that make sense? Can somebody make sense out of that, please? I mean, you won't be able to because you can't make sense out of people that lack common sense. And most importantly, you can't make sense out of anything that comes out of Riley's mouth. Why? Because not even Riley makes sense to himself. That's why he has to overstand. Overstand so much that if he gets it, he has to overstand. But really and truly, it's not about overstanding. It's the fact that he is just a man that is hungry to control someone. But here's the thing though. If somebody sends you a long message, in what way do you be like, too long, I'm going to block it? You know what? Tell a lie. I'm the kind of person that would do that to be. But then again, I'm not the blocking kind of person, to be honest with you. To be fair, if somebody does send a message that's way too long, I'm just like, you know what? I'll read this another time. I won't lie to you. I don't like long messages. But it's not about me. The matter of fact is, for someone that is as dedicated as he is to getting the truth, to getting the answers, he would 100%, with a shadow of a doubt, read a long message. So trust me when I tell you, whatever message it was, he definitely tried to reply because we all know Riley can't help himself. He can never hold his tongue. He can never hold his mouth. So of course, he would have read this message in hopes that the message is apologizing to himself, in hopes that the message is her confessing everything that he's asked her. But of course, she blocked him and then he couldn't reply. And now he's trying to claim, a grown man claiming that he blocked Violet. Listen, I know you're all still here, which clearly means you like the video. So please make sure you hit that like button. And also subscribe as well. Let's continue with the rest of this nonsense.
You are supposed to protect me. Over here, you trampled and insult me. You don't deserve to be a man. Wow, okay. I
don't know why I'm saying, wow, okay. Everything that she's saying is facts, but okay. Isn't it interesting how he didn't read it, but now he wants to read it? Right. Now you read it, and now you're prepping. And then you prepped how you was going to read it in front of everyone. You know what I mean? So you didn't look like as if you're being better. I know your game.
If you come to Vietnam to meet my family is allowed to ask you. And when I come to your country, you are allowed to ask me. You want to know me. You have an uneducated, unscrupulous attitude.
Do you know what the maddest thing about this, right? This whole story began with Riley throwing Violet under the bus from the very first episode he appeared on the show. Isn't it interesting that now he's face to face with her? The way the truth is now coming out. Like everybody said in last week's video, it all makes sense why his ex-partner left him and doesn't want to be with him anymore.
Dude, if you're like that, you should go away. So that sounds like I'm not allowed to ask her questions at all.
Let's just emphasize and focus on the fact that after everything that she's just said, all he cared about was, sounds like I can't ask questions at all. Bloody hell. Get a grip. Jesus. Get a grip, mate. Start behaving yourself, mate, alright? You're making yourself look like a freaking fool now, alright, mate? Riley, Don Riley, stupid Riley. Either way, this is the problem when you're dealing with someone that is showing a lot of narcissistic traits, if you do what I'm saying. Very, very selfish, very self-absorbed, very me. And to be honest with you, he has got to be the biggest crybaby of this season. I mean, I won't lie to you. We could sit and say Tyree, maybe that one, because Tyree can't let go of the fact that he was catfished. But this guy right here literally runs towards the place where he's trying to get answers, but he's not gonna get answers. And when he doesn't get the answers, he cries like a little baby. And then when he cries like a little baby and doesn't get the sympathy that he wants, he rings his friend, gets his friend to get involved, and then she then interrogates his woman that he allegedly loves, allegedly wants to be with, and then still doesn't get answers. So what does he do? He cries like a little baby again. Baby Riley. I like that. Baby Riley. Yeah. Cry Baby Riley. We continue.
It's her way. It's everything what she wants. I'm not built that way. It's really disappointing because for the last 2 years, Violet and I have been talking about being together and being a family. And I'm not sure if this relationship can be salvaged or if I even want it to be salvaged or she wants it to be salvaged.
You know, I tell you what's so crazy, right? I'm curious if, when he's wearing his glasses, if his glasses have a reflection of himself. I know obviously glasses are built to make you see better, but clearly he's not seeing better with his glasses. So I wonder if his glasses are kind of like reversed. So when he looks at them, he looks at himself, because when he's talking about how it's all about herself, or it sounds like he's talking about himself, but it's all about him. So he must have been talking to himself when he was doing that. I don't know, man. Very weird analogy, very weird thing to say, but I'm just saying those glasses clearly don't see anywhere, because if they saw anywhere, he'd recognize his attitude. So I'm convinced his glasses only see him. You know what I mean? They reflect. You know, you can go to like you can go to one of these fancy places and they're glasses, right? And you can see outside. But then if you go on the outside, nobody can see you, but you can see yourself on the other side of that glass. Because on the other side of the glass, it's a reflection of everybody else. But you go inside, you can see everyone else. You can see, you know what I mean? Like you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. I feel like he's very well known with glasses, because when he's talking, it's like, bro, you're talking about yourself, but you're referring to it to Violet. Are you mad? Oh, crybaby Riley. Gaga. This guy makes me lose my mind. God damn.
Would be with Violet, but it won't be because I reach out to her. She would have to make an effort to meet with me. She would have to apologize. She would have to do the talking. She would have to explain herself to me. I have nothing to explain to her.
Yep. Sure. Round of applause. What a hell of a speech. Right. Big man. Big man. Good choice. Yeah. We'll just all act like as if you wasn't the one in the wrong in the situation. Yeah, we'll act like as if Violet was the one in the wrong, even though Violet is the one that made the right choice by getting up and walking away. You know, she walked away from an escalated situation that she didn't need to be in, and she was definitely the bigger person. But hey, it's okay. You don't want to see that. You just want to see you just want to see what you want to see. That's why you're saying that you wouldn't reach out, which I personally don't think you should anyway. You should leave her the hell alone. But either way, though, the way he again is putting all that pressure onto Violet is bizarre. But listen, let's not get twisted. Of course, Violet's had her flaws, massive flaws. Okay, she contacted his father, wasn't cool. But the fact is this, though, right? Yeah, the reason why I wouldn't sit here and necessarily use that against her is because, you see, if I'm with someone, right, and then they contact one of my family members and they're talking about me in a negative way, you know what I'm saying? Okay, taking me down, all that kind of things. Would I still fly to wherever that person is? Let alone, damn, would I even drive to where that person is? No. If you want to badmouth me to my family members, that's simple. We're over. With nothing to talk about, I am never seeing you again. That's it. The disrespect is done and dusted. But you see, Riley decided to still go and see Violet. And he still went to go there, and he decided to basically become the bad person in the relationship. You see what I'm saying, okay? She violated by contacting his father, but then now he's violating a whole lot more by going there, interrogating her family, and getting his friend involved. What he's doing now is so much worse than than that one thing that she did, because she did the one. You know what I mean? I mean, she did a few little other things as well, but he's the one that's really escalated it to a whole new level. And that's why I can't have used that against her, to be honest with you. He's taking it too far. Because he is, really and truly, crybaby Riley. Someone needs to make like a meme or something, or a little gif, or a little picture of just editing with Riley in a sad face and some tears pouring down his face. You know how like we have that MJ one that goes around, the Michael Jordan one with the tears and whatnot. We need one of them ones for Riley. You know what I mean? Yeah. We can have one of how to not treat a woman, and it's a meme of him in the last episode doing his fingers. How not to treat a woman. Okay, anyway, we continue.
You need to apologize, I think.
Well, last night when it happened, I got very angry and I blocked her. I think
You
I'll-
do block her. Come on.
Yeah, I mean-
she should be the one who blocking you.
When the man said it himself, she should be the one blocking you. See Riley's face. His face, it says it all. It says, well, I mean, to be fair, it was actually her that blocked me. I'm just saying that I blocked her, so I don't look like the fool. Yeah, I mean, I've got to make her look like the petty one as much as possible. It's funny because, you know, I mean, listen. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's been a miscommunication. Maybe Violet meant that she actually did. I mean, maybe she meant that he blocked her and her English is a bit, you know, I mean, it's a bit offy. Maybe he did block her and she just kind of missaid the situation. Or maybe TLC didn't translate it properly. You never know, right? Maybe he did. Either way, though, man, the blocking thing is still immature. You know, I mean, it doesn't really matter who did it per se. Tell him immature, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make any sense to travel all that way to block someone. That's why I feel like I believe what she's saying more because it lines up with the story a bit better. You know what I mean? With the actions a bit better. You know, like, yeah, bizarre. But either way though, we're in a position where he's out here. This guy that took him out, he took him on a tour, and now they're having a conversation about his relationship. And the guy basically said to him, "Listen, man, you're gonna need to go back and apologize." Okay? And the reason why he's gonna apologize is because at the end of the day, you didn't bring someone that was actually your family to ask the questions. You brought someone that was just a friend. In Vietnam, family is only your real family, and of course, her family was able to interrogate because they're generally her family. Because we're not interrogate, but because they're generally her family, it is you know, okay for them to ask questions. Someone that's your friend is and coming in and behaving the way they are, that we don't respect that. If it was a family, all right, cool. You know, maybe Violet would have respected a bit more. Maybe our reactions would have been a bit more different. But hey, either way though, it looks like they're gonna be getting back together again. Who knows? I guess we'll find out in the next episode. Goddamn. I won't lie to you, man. I'm looking forward to the tell-all though with these two. Hold on a minute. But then the tell-all is always disappointing because the host doesn't do anything. They never ask the right questions. They always avoid the things that matter the most. But you know what? Forget I said that. Either way though, don't forget to like, sub, and of course, peace.